Now let's get to the tense debt limit negotiations with the race to avoid a government default now less than a week away. While there is a new word of progress between the White House and Republicans, the two sides do remain far apart.
And this morning there are new warnings, disturbing ones, from the Treasury Secretary and leading economic firms on dire consequences that could be triggered by a default. A top U.S. rating agency now is threatening to lower the nation's perfect AAA credit rating. This is a move that would lead everyone to pay more on car loans, home and credit card loans. The list goes on.
Yeah, let's unpack all this with our chief White House correspondent, Kristen Welker, and business reporter Brian Cheung. Brian, let's start with you. What would it mean if, in fact, this did happen?
Well, we need to talk about what a credit rating is, essentially. It's a grade for essentially how the United States government is able to pay its bills in full and on time. Now, Fitch Ratings has said that the United States rating is sterling. It's a AAA. But they say that that could be in jeopardy if they get past that June 1st deadline without a resolution, which would call into question very much the creditworthiness of the world's largest economy.
You know, this is an economic story. It's a political story. Kristen, you're here for that. I was so struck by some of the words in what Fitch said. It says the contested 2020 presidential election, brinkmanship over the debt limit to advance political agendas, and failure to reach consensus on the country's fiscal challenges are recent signs of the deterioration in governance. These are outside observers saying the U.S. government is not working and blaming partisans on both sides. It's pretty stunning.
It's stunning. And I talked to Republican and Democratic sources overnight, Savannah and Hoda, and they say this is an alarm bell, essentially, because of that strong warning about the partisan bickering and because of all of the implications for the American economy. We saw finger pointing overnight, source close to Speaker McCarthy saying the White House should have negotiated sooner. The White House saying this adds new urgency. Look at the polls. 71% saying that they are very or seriously concerned about a potential default. So this is very serious for Americans who are paying attention to this all across the country. Notably, I spoke to former Obama administration officials. Remember, this happened during his presidency, 2011. We came close to the brink then. One official said bluntly, this is bad. They said this could be a political hit all across the board if this doesn't get resolved very soon.
A political hit, an economic hit, a profound one, Brian, and totally self-inflicted. I mean, that's what's striking about this. This is essentially a manufactured crisis. When you go to the brink of the debt ceiling, we have spending problems in this country, we got budget problems in this country. But this moment does not have to unfold like this.
Yeah, and I've been in touch with economists who they don't chime in on policy really ever. And when I ask them what is going to be the economic outcome of this, they say, look, first of all, this is self-inflicted. This is politics. This concerns a mechanism in Congress that doesn't have anything to do with spending and funding. That's a whole separate process. It's about paying the bills that we've already racked up. And a lot of economists are saying, why do we have a debt ceiling at all? That's something that a lot of other countries don't. So to hear those on Wall Street saying that type of thing, willing to weigh on policy, that is very much an interesting and notable thing that's part of this story as well.
1 week to go. Let's hope they do somehow reach a deal. Thank you very much, Brian and Kristen. Appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.